heck of a day for ranching. I've got old Doc loaded in the back. He's already asleep. We've only been about a mile down the road. And then I've got Rick, aka Ricky, aka Slick Rick, aka Rick Ross, among many other names. Those are just a few. But we are headed to prowl around a little bit. We need to check a lot of fence today. We picked up some new country, and from what I understand, there has not been any cattle on this place for a while, and it's so new to me and new to the ranch that I hadn't even got eyes on it yet. So I need to move some cattle around, and before I would feel comfortable dumping a bunch of cattle in there, I need to check that fence, because I sure do not want to go chasing cows on the neighbor. I also don't want neighbors' bulls in on me. So we are headed that way. We're making tracks already, and then we're gonna unload and make real tracks. Horse tracks, the good kind of tracks. Here in a few. Come on, let's go. Doc would quit eating, trying to chew my legging. This works out pretty good. I get to ride colts, kind of outside stuff. By outside stuff, I mean not mine. I do not own them. I just know people that needed colts started, and for whatever reason they can't find anybody, and so they go with the complete last option, which is me. But it works out pretty good because it helps me do my job. It gives me more horses to ride and allows me to make, some more money for my family. And it helps the ranch out because they don't have to pay for feed. And I've got 2 ranch horses, and I've got one of my own. The ranch pays, takes care of those 3, and everything else, all the outside horses, the people who send them to me pay for their feed and for them to get shod and everything. And so all I gotta do is make them better, which is a lot harder for me to do than most people. But we can sure try, and we can sure put tracks under them. So that's what we're gonna do. And we are unloading Mr. Ricky. Doc's ready to rock. Ready to rock Doc. This fence is really good because it's all mine. This pasture neighbors us. The other ones don't, but I've got to go down this fence line to get to fences that don't neighbor us. And I don't have a clue about them. But, oh, Rick, he's doing good. Doc, he's doing good. So, there's some water lines that run through here that I didn't know about. That's what happens when you go prowling through your country. Even when you think you know it, you find something new. And it might just be a rock you've never seen. It might be a knot on a tree you've never seen. But you can always get to know your country better. And the more you know your country, the better you can do your job. Because you figure out where cattle go, where they might hide. You find material you can use for some project. So I love prowling around. Pretty easy job. Just get on a young horse and just move him around. Just go look at stuff. Check your waters, check your mineral. Ride water lines, make sure there's no leaks. That's all stuff you can do, among many other things. Even look for arrowheads. Take a break. I love looking for arrowheads. My success rate at finding an arrowhead, pretty slim. Pretty slim. I did find one the other day. Holy cow. I love finding arrowheads. It's like 2/3 of one, but I think it still counts. Well, I like it, okay, jerk. It's good to me. Ricky's wanting to kind of quit me now. Not quit me, but he just wanting to not. I don't know, colts, they just, half the battle is when you first start riding them is just getting them to travel out. He's just wanting to go side to side. Little tud. This is a pretty cool spot right here. Old Ricky keeps wanting to go back to the trailer. We're a long ways from the trailer now, Bubba. It'd be easier for you if you just walked on. Like, get out of here, quit eating. But when we're trotting, I kind of slowed down because he took a breath. He's been kind of a little bit goey. Not bronchi, just wanting to really travel out, which I'm okay with. But he's kind of gotten to where he's wanting to go left and right and go back to the trailer and go everywhere but straight. He's wanting to kind of veer off. See that? Pushing on my legs a little bit. So when he does that, instead of just pulling on him, I just speed him up. We're gonna go into a few circles. Whoa. Put him back on the line we want and let him rest on the line we want. And I'll help him a little bit if he, starts wanting to go one way or the other. But see, he's gonna figure out I don't have to work as hard if I just stay on going straight. And then before too long, that's kind of all they'll know. But there's stuff he's, I don't know. I was told he has, I was told that this horse had like 45 days. I don't know. He may have. Either he hasn't or he's just not a very smart colt. And I think he's pretty smart. He kind of catches on pretty quick. See, he's wanting to go off. So we're just gonna speed him up. Running some circles like we're chasing Doc. And then he's right there, back on the line. And I'm not asking him to trot, but if he wants to trot, I'm okay with it, just as long as he's not running off. See, now he's wanting to go off. Keep him moving. Make it harder for him. He's pushing on me. Good. Now just let him ease on. Sorry that's not the greatest footage, but I think I get the point across. See, look, he's putting his head down, took a breath. He's ready to see now. He's wanting to go off again. Let's see what that'll do. Just one. See if I get the point across. Yeah. Good job. I noticed right here, there's an old fence line. You can see up there is where there was an old, long time ago, fence was put in there, and cedar posts into rock, because up there on top, that's what that cedar post is in a rock. So whenever you think you're pretty tough, just know there was some old boy a long time ago that was building fence with no equipment. Probably just some old chisel and a hammer, putting holes in rock and stringing out wire. My fence stops at the top of that hill, so now we've got to, there you go, Ricky. Find a place to get up and get back on the fence. Oh, it's a coyote. It's a coyote. You can barely see his ears. Y'all see his ears right there? Whoa, Ricky. Whoa, Ricky. Look at that rascal. Right there. You can see his ears and his back. That's either a bobcat or a coyote. I can't tell. I thought at first it was bobcat, then I thought it was a coyote, but the way he's just kind of crouched down right there makes me think it's a cat. I don't know, that's weird. But I wonder if they've got eyes on that one right there. Hey, you can't get my dog! I was looking at this ridge and I noticed all the way back that way, and there's another ridge just like it, like a couple miles away. Get up there, Ricky. And it looks like there was a flood here at some point. I think there's an old book, like a really old book, that talks about there being a flood. Update, it was a coyote. If Ricky stand still over here. Found a roll of barbed wire right here. A lot of times you'll see on stuff that's hard to get to, fence, and especially on really big ranches, people leave wire like this hanging on a post or something, because if they see it when they're out, they don't have to drive back, you know, an hour and a half to the house. They can just fix it right there and they've already got wire. So I'm guessing that's what this was. This wire's really good, but it's kind of strung out, so I'm gonna roll it back up, make sure nothing catches it, and make it a little neater. Rolling up this wire. He's not afraid to get in the way. It's a touch irritating. Coyotes. I'm gonna have to backtrack again. But that's alright, because this country's pretty cool. I like it. There's a lot of grass out here. fence has been really good so far. So Ricky, if you will turn around please, sir. Thank you. Let's find a spot to go down now. Doc got his little paw stepped on. Hopefully it's not broken. You gotta get out of the way, buddy. There's your pig. There's your little babies. Go get one, Doc. Go get that pig. He's like, no. My paw hurts. It's not broken. We have made it back to the trailer. And we got some good miles in. Checked our fence. Fence is good. Checked some waters. Water situation's not great. Whoa. But we're gonna have to figure something out on that deal, because I don't know that I've got enough water right now to fully stock this. Well, I guess what I'm saying is this pasture grass-wise can hold more cattle than what this pasture can hold water-wise. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. And there might be water lines running to all these dirt tanks. There was a couple tanks, very few of them. There's not many, and there's only like one or two that actually had decent water in it. And the decent water that's there, there's not much. So they might have lines running to them. I hope there is. I hope they do. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to figure it out. He got all he wanted today. Doc's not hurt. That's good. He didn't break his leg getting stomped on. So I guess we'll just keep at it. Keep getting ready for Brandon. We're in the John Deere. I unsaddled old Ricky. He's back, turned out, and when it was all said and done, we went about 12 miles, I think. So he got a dose of it today, that's for sure. Doc's a little bit sore. His little paw's a touch sore. So he's just hanging out. He's a little gimpy. But we have some mineral here we're gonna go put out. And the mineral that has been at this place has been a block mineral. I'm not a huge fan of block minerals. Mineral blocks. I like loose mineral. I think they tend to eat it a little better. And they've had mineral blocks out, but they just hadn't been touching them. So they should, because this grass be popping, as they say. So typically when grass is really green, they're gonna eat more mineral. So we're gonna go put some out, but I'm gonna kind of use it as bait a little bit, because I think they're gonna be hammering it. So we're gonna put them around the trap that we're gonna try to pull everything into when we when we brand, sorry. So hopefully we can keep them close. And I also don't want to waste this mineral, and I don't want to go moving it when I move these cows, because these cows most likely are not going to stay in the same spot after we brand. amongst cowpunchers on what to do with your empty minerals bags. Who cares, okay? Whether you roll it and stick it in there, whether you fold it and stick it in there, who cares? Just throw it in the empty bag and move on. Make sure it all gets in the trash. The most important thing is you gotta leave this hanging. Can't tear it all the way off. Then you have loose trash. Unnecessary loose trash. It's kind of the same, along the same debate as what side do you put the toilet paper on, top or bottom? I can't stand that. First of all, who cares? You're gonna get the same result. And if you think it's too hard to get toilet paper one way or the other, you need to do some more difficult things in your life. These are my donkeys. They're not actually mine. They're just here when we got here. And they're pretty gentle. I hadn't named them yet. I know you're not supposed to rename a horse, but nobody says anything about renaming donkeys. Pablo Escobar comes to, maybe just Pablo. I like Pablo. Pablo's pretty good. Me and my buddy Pablo. Yeah, Pablo. Yeah, Buster, me and Pablo. Those cows are hammering that mineral. I knew they would. Excuse me, Pablo. Get out of the shot. Get out of the shot. I'm saying important things here. Thank you, sir. Move along. Appreciate it. Look at his little cheeks. Kind of funny looking. I like Pablo. He's my friend. I'm blowing out the shop so the kids can put their jump park up. We don't get any holes in it, and Doc does not like the blower. Alright guys, that's it for the day. Glad you hung out with me, and hope to see you back next time. We got a lot done, about to feed horses, and then I'm gonna go play in the shop with my kids on the jump park, the inflatable jump house. To all you parents, it's well worth the investment to get a jump park from Costco. Take it from me, satisfied customer. I'm gonna feed horses and go hang out, cool down, and have a large time. So y'all don't forget, Jesus is like a pack at a ranch. Makes everything better. We'll get ready to ranch him tomorrow. See ya.